Hi everyone, I'm back for something a little bit different today. I've got a pile of books and I'm just going to show them at random because the order is already random. And I've just got a couple of things I want to talk about. So there's a quote here from Marlon Brando. I've got it over there, so I'll just turn my back on you so I can read it. It's by Marlon Brando. He was an absolutely amazing actor, and he won lots of awards for it. And it comes from an interview in 1989. I don't remember who was interviewing him, but probably some newspaper or TV program. I don't know. Anyway, I've got a little bit of a snippet of it from Reddit, and I'll just turn around and read that out to you. That's a part of the sickness in America, that you have to think in terms of who wins, who loses, who's good, who's bad, who's best, who's worst. I mean, what's the point of it? And I should start showing up books, shouldn't I? So the reason I want to talk about this now is because I've noticed some trends on YouTube about with book bloggers, booktube on booktubers. That not everyone does this. Now, I have been writing a blog about books since 2009. I feel that gives me a little bit of an understanding about trends and stuff. I've rarely followed the trends. That's not me. I've always read books out of order. Sometimes they're decades old, and I finally read them for the first time and review them on my blog, or I'll talk about them on YouTube. And I'm totally out of whack with that. It's like, that's me. That's exactly me. I once put a book down and said I will not finish this because I was just not getting there. I was just not enjoying it. Truly not enjoying it. It had been on my to-be-read pile since 1980. And probably about 5 years ago, I gave up. Started reading it, gave up, and not for me. And gave it away. But what I've noticed booktubers are doing is they are following trends. So they'll do their top 5 books, or their top 5 fantasy books, or their top 5 books of this month, or the top 5 for this year, or the top 10, or, you know, some number. I don't do that. And they also do ratings, so they'll give it like number of stars out of 5, or a number of stars out of 10, mostly between 0 and 5. I've never rated my books. I do not know how to choose whether a book is 1 star, 3 stars, 10 stars, 10 stars out of 5. I have absolutely no idea. So I don't do that. And one thing I've learned from writing articles about books for my blog for such a long time, because 2009, that makes it, I don't know, 17 years or something, come April. I was going to say something I've noticed, is that the people who survive the most are the ones who do things their way, and they don't follow the trends of the day. I'm not saying I've survived because I haven't followed the trends of the day. I'm just stubborn. My stats are not good. My views are not fabulous. Although my YouTube views are going up a bit. And I've noticed the views on my blog is going up the last few months. But a lot of that looks to be people from China, so possibly bots, possibly real people, I don't know. But do you, whatever you are, do you. There's one guy I like. I do not remember his YouTube channel because I don't pay attention to that. But he puts up a photo of the book, stands it up on a sheet of paper, on an easel or something, stands it upright, and then he has a script that he reads from the script. And that's him. And that's perfectly fine. And I've seen other people who will do a nice intro and a nice outro. And again, if that's the way you work things, that's fine, that's you. I forget my own intro. I forget my own outro. I forget to say subscribe or typo will chew your ears off. Oh, hang on, no, that's Tara. I just basically forget my own words. So, no, I'm not going to bother doing those sorts of things. It's going to be, you're going to get what you get on the day. And there's one guy, he's always does shorts. I don't know if he does long form videos. I haven't bothered looking. I am a shorts junkie. I happily admit to that. And I will just scroll down and I'll watch a short and I'll scroll to the next and I'll watch the whole thing. The booktubers, I tend to put a like on if I've seen their video all the way through to the end, because I like to know that if I come across that one again, and sometimes YouTube does that, at least I know I've seen it before and I can skip it. I can go straight on to the next one. But I will sit there for far too long watching all these YouTubers doing their shorts. And the thing I've noticed about shorts on YouTube is they're not as short as they were. When I first heard about them in, I think it might have been 2020, during COVID, I got into this. I was trying my last attempt to run a business, and I got into a group business discussion group that put the words in the right order. An old friend who was with me the day I was told, oh, you should write a blog about books. And he told me, he told everyone about shorts. They were just coming up on the market. And you had to do your video under 60 seconds. And who can talk for under 60 seconds? No, not me. But some people could manage it. And some people couldn't, and that's just me. I'm one of those who can't. I tend to be a bit wordy, and those people who have followed me on my blog, on my website for a number of years, they will know that before I started studying at uni, I tended towards the shorter article. Now I tend towards the longer article. And if I'd been doing YouTube videos at the time, it would have been exactly the same. I would have been rather short with my words. It's got nothing to do with my height. I know I'm short. But now I'm a bit more verbose. I'm a bit more confident. And I do what I do, and I don't do what others do. I'm not going to do the ratings, the 5 stars out of 5 or whatever, because how do you know how do I know whether a book is 5-star or 0? I could probably do a 0. But anything else, I've just got absolutely no idea. And how do you choose, if you take, say, 5 books of your favourite author, and say these are the top 5, my top 5 by this favourite author, how do you know? And I'm just happen to be holding up Agatha Christie as I say this. I have most of Agatha Christie's books on my bookshelf. I bought them for my sister when she went overseas back in 1980 something or other. It's a long time ago. And I could not look at Agatha Christie and say, well, these are my top 5 books, top favourites. Could not do it. Nor with Arthur Upfield, even though I've read a lot of them. Nor with any of the books that I've shown here, and that was my last book on the pile. So basically what I want to say here is, do you. Don't do someone else, because what someone else does is not you, and you need to be authentic. You need to talk about the things you want to talk about the books you want to talk about. If you don't like reading up to date, and I have rarely read up to date, then don't. Just do you. Focus on what you want to focus on. The people I've seen, and I'm not talking booktube now, I'm talking general YouTubers. I've got to have a book in my hand. I'm going to start at the beginning again. General YouTubers, the people I see with the most subscribers, they're the ones who do themselves, like Tara Farms, or Sandy Brock, or Liam, he is Plant Slant, I think, or B. Dylan Hollis. They are themselves, they are authentic. What they have done is made themselves a little bit more themselves, and that's also fine. It's whatever comes across on the camera. I just do me. I don't care if you don't like me. I do this for me, not for anyone else. But yeah, the people who are the most authentic, they're the ones who do well. So that's just my thoughts, having looked at the quote from Marlon Brando. If you haven't seen Marlon Brando in anything, I firmly suggest you do so. It's really good. I actually have on my, yes, I have it here. Excuse me, I'm just going to do the wrong thing. But I'm being me. Streetcar Named Desire, which, so that's Marlon Brando when he was young and gorgeous. I can't read all these special features. They're black on a blue. It's not a pale blue. Anyway, I'm told this is a really good movie. The screenplay is by Tennessee Williams, and my memory is that Tennessee Williams also did a lot of other stuff. Okay. Just have to show that one off. Thelwell was a master. I can't even open that properly to show you any of the pictures. But Thelwell was a master. And another master was Get Smart, or rather the man who played him. Anyway, enough words. I've still got 3 books that I haven't shown you more than once. So, final, be you, do you, be authentic, whatever you are, whether it's in YouTube, whether it's in your work, whether it's actually, YouTube could be a job. For some people, it is a job. It's not for me. I make $0 out of this. I spend far more money on books, like that one, for instance, which cost me $19.99 4 years ago. I bought that in Stoneman's Book Room in Castlemaine. Nice shop. Lovely people. I've run out of words. It happens occasionally. Be you, be authentic, and I'll talk to you on the flip side. Bye.